A 12-day war between Iran and Israel began and ended suddenly. The leaders of all three countries involved declared themselves the victor. On June 13, 2025, over 200 Israeli fighter jets entered Iranian airspace, targeting over 100 nuclear, military, and infrastructure targets. This was called Operation Rising Lion. Around 80 people were killed and 320 were injured. High-profile figures were assassinated, including the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, Mohammad Bagheri, the Commander-in-Chief of the IRGC, Hossein Salami, and 6 nuclear scientists. Israel stated it was an act of self-defense based on suspicions that Iran was close to making nuclear weapons. This was based on a leaked IAEA report that Iran had enough 60% enriched uranium to make 10 nuclear weapons. Iran responded by attacking Israel with missiles and drones, hitting some places in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. On June 19th, Donald Trump gave Iran 2 weeks to reach a nuclear deal or face military strikes. 2 days later, on June 21st, about 125 American planes entered Iran's airspace. Their targets were Iran's main nuclear facilities at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, which are located deep underground. The U.S. used GBU-57 bunker buster bombs, which weigh over 13,000 kilograms and can penetrate more than 60 meters into the ground. The U.S. hit Iran with more than 14 of these bombs, which had never been used in a conflict before. Trump announced the mission was a spectacular military success and that Iran's facilities had been completely and totally obliterated. On June 23rd, Iran launched a counterattack on the Al-Udeid American airbase in Qatar. However, Iran had given an advance warning to Qatar and the US, so there was hardly any loss. The next day, Donald Trump announced a complete and total ceasefire. In Iran, the supreme leader claimed they won the war and their nuclear sites suffered almost no damage. In Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu claimed victory, saying, "We rose like a lion ... and our roar shocked Iran." Donald Trump presented himself as a hero for stopping the war, referencing the Nobel Prize 6 times in one post. Interestingly, 10 days before the attack, cross-examinations had begun in Netanyahu's corruption trials. In court, he responded, "I don't remember 1,778 times to questions about corruption allegations." A former IDF general accused Netanyahu of deliberately continuing the war in Gaza to avoid jail. After the ceasefire, Donald Trump ordered Israel to cancel the corruption trial against Netanyahu, calling it a witch hunt. The crisis was arguably created by Trump, who in 2018 canceled the 2015 Iran nuclear deal established under Obama. The deal had limited Iran's uranium enrichment to 3.67% and allowed international inspections. When Trump canceled the deal, sanctions were reinstated, inspections stopped, and Iran began enriching uranium to 60%, creating the excuse for the war. A U.S. intelligence assessment after the strikes found that the core components of Iran's nuclear program were not destroyed, and the program was only delayed by a few months.